Before I left the US, everyone had a warning for me. Where are you gonna live? Where are you gonna go? How are you gonna shop? Aren't you afraid to even go out and have to face all that mess? They'll come for you. They hate you. Don't go. And you are not going to believe what things were like once I got here. I'm Christopher, and I hope you like this content enough to subscribe and stick around. Chris, don't you take your black ass to Germany? Why the hell would you do such a thing? This is something I actually had to deal with prior to leaving to come here. Back when I was serving in the US military and Germany was an actual option on a list that the US military offered for their members to actually go and live and serve, people would still say these things to me. Not only civilians, even other people that I served with. Now, I'll be honest, I don't completely blame their hearts for it. It's just a complete lack of knowing on their parts and mine, to be fair, but I talked about it in this video. As somebody who knew that they wanted more out of life, wanted to see more, experience more, I knew that I had to do it, regardless of whatever fears I may or may not have had. And let me just go ahead and clear this up right now, brothers, sisters. Of course there's a little bit of fear. There's fears to deal with before the actual fear of dealing with racism that you think you might have to experience. There's so many things you do not know ahead of the move that you really don't have time to worry about that one, if I'm being honest. But that happens to be what we're talking about today, and I know y'all want to hear about it. The question, the big question is Germany racist? Will you experience racism here in Germany? Here's the plain and simple answer. You're gonna have to deal with an idiot or two no matter where you go. My experience as a brother here in Germany can highly differ to another person's experience as a brother or sister here in Germany. All I can give you is my experience and what I've learned from what I see. That's all I can give you. So seeing as I have a number of black friends here, whether they're of American or African descent or wherever, notes have been exchanged, if you know what I'm saying. Conversations have been had. Experiences have been compared. And the consensus between us all is very rarely, and the fact that I'm saying rarely, I know some people are being like, oh, aha, it does happen then. For me, I only say rarely because some of things you can't really say if it is or not. Just like Corey Kenshin said in a video recently, to make a claim of someone being racist, you really have to be able to prove it. Cut and dry, no wiggle room. It's a strong statement to make against another person. Those few instances that keep it from being never are just those ones that are like, But one thing I do want to say is you're likely to get classed in with the country you come from as a foreigner than you are to be stereotyped, classed, or demoed based on your race. I can get lumped in with other foreigners. Yeah, you can bet that you're likely to hear a Scheiß Americana or two. Now, it just so happens that I've been here long enough that I'd be returning that aggression, if you know what I'm saying. But I can see someone who's brand new here being a little intimidated by something like that. The only things I will say about Germany and racism is, yes, be on your toes when it comes to this thing. Yes, there is going to be an idiot or two that feels like they're better than you or above you. Yes, you could possibly experience this when you first get here and it could set the tone for you going forward. But should this be a reason that keeps you from fulfilling a dream of yours? Absolutely not. I mean, because personally speaking, I just don't see enough to call it. Germany just does not seem like the country that operates on a system such as that. Definitely not like in the US. So just don't get stuck in not making moves. Don't get caught with regret later. Follow your dreams and you be the judge.